Welcome back to another episode of the MiniBrute cookbook tutorial series that I'm doing, where we go through, cook up all the recipes, see how they taste, see how they flavor. Today's episode is the Brass Lead by J.M. Blanchett. It's a JP8 style lead using a short attack and decay envelope on the VCO1's pitch. Fine-tune the VCO1 FM knob to set the detune effect to your liking. I have already gotten back to a default patch. I have not actually messed with this one too much. As always, we have to start with getting some tone first, right? So we'll get our saw wave up about maybe 3/4 of the way. We have some tone. Can't really hear it. Let's get our attack and decay envelope up so we can hear something coming out here. So the articulation of the volume itself, we can hear, is a little like someone playing a brass instrument, where it kind of like, it's not a immediate burst all the time. Sometimes it kind of, they kind of fade up into it a little bit. But we can change that, bring that attack down a little bit. That's a taste thing. So let's get back to the actual tone at hand, right? Now, we're going to use a little bit of FM for this. Okay. We're going to get oscillator 2 going also in the saw wave. You kind of want them more or less the same, but not, you know what I mean? Get them as close as you can, but let them phase a little bit, you know? Now we're going to engage the filter here. We're going to bring the filter down about halfway. We're going to turn the FM up. For the frequency, the filter modulation, which is pre-wired to the ADSR, of course. So bring our attack up. There we go. Now you can put a little resonance in it if you want. A little brute factor. And then just salt and pepper to taste, right? Now, there's one little thing that we're missing. It's a little bit of a subtle addition, but we're going to take the ADSR out into the FM for VCO1. Now, as the ADSR goes up, the FM comes up with it. It becomes almost that much more important to make sure that both of your oscillators are tuned. There we go. So you got to play with that FM knob just a little bit so that you can catch it. Catch it just right, where you catch the resonance of the kind of, sort of like a resonance of the horn, but without, getting this like meowing thing going on, right? So, and there you have it. There is the brass lead, right? So what we can do is, of course, adjust the brute factor if we have too much of that. A short attack decay envelope on VCO1's pitch. Yeah, we got that already. Fine tune the VCO1 FM knob to set the detune. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we did that already, right? So minor adjustments can make a big difference. And you want to find the way to just kind of, just a little bit, right? So the ADSR is controlling how much of the FM is applied from VCO2 into VCO1, right? FM, of course, is frequency modulation. As this wave goes up, it makes this one go higher in pitch. As this goes down, this one comes lower in pitch. But because it's so subtle and it's not really changing much, and these oscillators are pretty close to each other, it's only really moving the phase of the wave ever so slightly, which changes the characteristics of the sound in relation to how it builds up in the filter. So down the line, it's this is an effective way of doing things. It's a pretty complicated process of what's happening, but with a really simple setup. You know what I mean? All we're using is a little bit of FM with an ADSR envelope to make it come open and close just a little bit, and then you just got to find that right timbre. Just find the right amount, you know? Same thing with the brute factor and a little bit of resonance on these filters. Now you can go a little crazy with it, right? Something I like to do with a lot of different synths, and we can try it with this one. So let's take the keyboard out, and we're going to put that right into the attenuator 1, which is pre-wired to the cutoff. So now, as the keyboard goes up and down in voltage, the cutoff will go up or down commensurate. In the lower registers, it goes down. In the higher registers, it goes up, right? So there you have it. The keyboard can open up the filter. In proportion to where you are in pitch land. So, you know, you get a little more life out of it. It's a little easier to work with. It kind of moves around. It doesn't feel so static. But there you have it. There's the brass lead. As always, experiment, play around with it, have fun, be a good person, share the love. All right, catch you the next one.